Dear students, how are you? I think you are keeping well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Today, I would like to discuss with you a grammatical item. It is voice. By the end of the lesson, we will be able to identify subject and object in a sentence, recognize the verb, either it is active or passive, and change the sentences active to passive. Okay? So, today we will discuss on voice. Dear students, you know voice is very important in changing sentence. It means voice is an item of changing sentence. Do you know what is voice? What is voice? Voice is the term. Dear students, do you know what is voice? Voice is the term used to describe whether a verb is active or passive. It means the voice of a verb tells us whether subject is acting or being acted upon. Clear? So, today we will discuss on voice. Done. Dear students, I am writing two sentences on the board. Robi is reading a storybook. The book is written by a famous writer of Bangladesh. Dear students, there are two different types of sentence on the board. You see, in the first sentence, Robi, it means subject, performs in the sentence. It means Robi is reading a storybook. But in the second sentence, the book is written by a famous writer of Bangladesh. Here, the subject does not perform in the action. Clear? It means there are students, there are two types of voice. There are two types of voice. Active, passive. It means there are two types of voice. We use active or passive depending on what we are most interested. Okay? What we are most interested. Dear students, now we will discuss how we can change a sentence active to passive. Okay? It means changes the sentence active to passive. But before we discuss about the rules of changing sentence active to passive, we can identify or we can discuss the structure of active or the structure of passive. Dear students, I can write down here active. What is the structure of active? Subject plus verb plus object. Subject plus verb plus object. And what is the structure of passive? Passive, the structure of passive, it means subject plus be plus V3 plus by plus agent. It means the structure of passive is subject plus be plus V3. It means past participle form of verb, then by plus agent. Clear? Dear students, now we will discuss how we can change a sentence active to passive. Rules of changing sentence active to passive. First, we have to use the object of active as the subject of passive. It means, dear students, you see that we have to know subject and object. Do you know, or can you identify subject or object in a sentence? Subject, you know, subject is the doer of an action. Subject is the doer of an action. It means subject performs in an action. Clear? When we asked the verb of a sentence with who, the answer will be the subject. It means to find out the subject in a sentence, we have to ask a question with who. Then the answer will be the subject. Okay? Then object. You know, object is the receiver of an action. It does not perform any action. Clear? Object is the receiver. Okay? Dear students, we have already discussed about the structure of active and passive. But another point is that if there are pronouns as the subject of active voice, they change their forms in the passive voice. How? You see, I am writing here subject, object. It means you have to learn, you have to bear in mind that what is the subjective form or objective form of the pronouns. Now, I, in the objective form, it means in the passive sentence, I turn into me, we, us, he, him, she, her, they, them. But two pronouns, they remain their equal form. It means you can't be changed. You in the objective form you, and it is same form. It means when in the active sentence as a subject I turn into as the object me. We, us, he, him, she, her, they, them, you, it. It means just two pronouns are same in the both form. It means either active or passive. You become you, it. Clear? Now, second step, auxiliary verb. It means according to tense, you have to use auxiliary verbs. Now, I am showing you a chart of auxiliary verb. To change the voice, you have to use. Dear students, in our experience, we see that most of you face problems, face difficulties to use auxiliary verbs. It means if you can use the proper use of auxiliary verbs, you can easily change active to passive. So, you see that, Dear students, here's the chart. Use of auxiliaries in voice changing. Understand? We use auxiliaries in voice changing. We have to mention according to tense. It means we know we have 12 tenses. It means present, past, future, and every tenses has 4 categories: present indefinite, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. But in voice changing, we use only 3. It means indefinite, continuous, perfect. So we have to use 9 tenses in voice changing, active to passive. Clear? Now you see there are tenses: active form, passive form. It means in present indefinite, auxiliary verb is used in active sentence. It means normally there is no auxiliary verbs, only main verb or the verb added with s or es. But in passive, we have to use auxiliaries as am, is, are. Past present continuous, auxiliary here am, is, are. In the passive, am being, is being, are being. Present perfect, have, has is used as auxiliaries. Have been, has been is used in passive. Past indefinite, normally past form of verbs, but in passive we have to use was or were according to the subject. Past continuous, in active we have to use was or were. In the passive we have to use was being, were being. Past perfect, in active, had is used as an auxiliary, and had been is used in the passive sentence. And future indefinite, you see, future indefinite, we use shall, will in the active form, active verb, and in the passive we use shall be, will be. Future continuous, we use shall be, will be. And in the passive, we use shall be being, will be being. Future perfect, we have to use shall have, will have. But in the passive, we have to use shall have been, will have been. And these are the uses of auxiliaries in voice changing. Clear? Students, auxiliary verb according to tense, we have seen the chart of auxiliaries, chart of using auxiliaries. Then past participle form of verb. It means we have to use past participle form of verbs. After that we have to use by. It means we have to use suitable preposition. Very often it means mostly used by. But sometimes we have to use in, you have to use to, we have to use with. Okay? You can understand through your practice. After that, use the subject of active as the object of passive. Already we have discussed about that. It means the subject of active voice have to change into the objective form in passive sentence. Dear students, now I am giving an example and we will change the sentence into passive through the using of rules. You see, Mina is writing a letter. Mina is writing a letter. It means now you see that Mina is writing a letter. It means Mina performs here in the action. So it is active sentence and we have to change it into passive. How? Use the object of an active as the subject of passive. It means here we know how can we find out the subject and the object of the sentence. Now, here we see that main verb is writing. Main verb is writing. How can we find out the subject? We ask the main verb with who. Who is writing? It means we find that Mina is writing. So, Mina is subject. Now, we will recognize the object. How can we find out the object in a sentence? When we ask the main verb with what or whom, the answer will be the object of a sentence. How? I ask, what is writing? It means first one subject was Mina, and now I ask, what is writing? It means we find that a letter. It means a letter is object and Mina is subject. Now we apply the rules. How? Use the object of active sentence. It means object here a letter. So first we have to write a letter. Then we have to use auxiliary. You see that here is and verb with ing. It means present continuous tense. So we have to use is being. Already we have shown the chart of auxiliaries. A letter is being, then past participle form of verb. It means writing. What is the past participle form of writing? A letter is being written, then use by. It means a letter is being written by. After that, use the subject of active as the object of passive. It means here subject is Mina. You know Mina is third person singular and it has no change. A letter is being written by Mina. And this is passive sentence. Understand? Through this liner, we can change a sentence into passive sentence. Clear? Dear students, another point is that rewriting an active sentence with two objects in the passive voice means that one of the two objects, while it means one of the two objects becomes the subject of the passive voice, but another one remains an object. It means when you see two objects in a sentence, that time you have to take one object as the subject and the remaining one remains as an object. How? Now I am giving is in another example. It means mother gives me a nice gift. It means you see that mother gives me a nice gift. It is a sentence. How we can find out the subject? It means we ask the main verb with who. Who gives? It means mother gives. It means mother is subject. And now we have to find out the object. How can we find out the object in a sentence? It means when we ask the verb with what or whom, that time we can get the object. How? Who gives? It means mother, subject. What gives? What gives? It means a nice gift. But we have another point. Whom gives? Whom gives? It means me. Another object. So the sentence has two objects. Clear? Now, how can we change the sentence into passive? First we use the object. So now we have two objects. We have two objects in the sentence. We take one and remaining one becomes object. How? We take me as the object turned into subject. It means me is the subjective form of me is I. Okay? And you see that it is present tense. It means present indefinite. It means auxiliary verb is am is are. I am is the appropriate auxiliary verbs with I. I am. The past participle form of verbs. It means gives. What is the past participle form of verbs? Given. Given. We have remaining one. It means object. And you already see that a nice gift. It becomes object. I am given a nice gift. Then the point used by. I am given a nice gift by. After that, use subject as the active voice as the object of passive. It means what is the subject? Mother. I am given a nice gift by mother. Okay? It means what is the active passive form of mother gives me a nice gift? It means I am given a nice gift by mother. Dear students, so it is clear that when a sentence has two objects, that time one can be used as the subject and remaining one is object. And by this way, you can complete the sentence into passive which has double objects. Clear? Dear students, the objects of active verbs becomes the subject of the passive verbs. Isn't it? Therefore, the sentences which do not have any object cannot be changed into passive. Understand? It means the sentence which has no objects, it can't be changed into passive sentence. Understand? I am giving an example like I am writing the child sleeps. Then the dog barks. Dear students, you see that first one, the child sleeps, the dog barks. Both sentences have no object. It means you can't find out any object in the sentence. For this reason, we can't change them into passive sentence. It means you have to know the sentence which has no object, it can't be changed into passive. Clear? Understand? Okay. Dear students, we have completed the basic rules of changing sentence active to passive, but we have to learn some more rules about changing sentence active to passive or passive to active. But today's discussion, on the basis of today's discussion, I am giving you homework. Using the rules of today's lesson, you are able to change the sentence into passive. First one, our new teacher teaches us English. Then we have completed the lesson on paragraph. Third one, we are practicing the new lesson. Fourth, our teacher taught us the skills of learning lesson. Last one, we will write a paragraph tomorrow. It means you have to complete the homework for your next class. And I think we will discuss some more rules in my next class. Okay? Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.